So first of all, what is the BYU Technology Lab? We'll talk about that a little bit. Um, it's an outreach of the BYU Computer Science Department, and it's constantly evolving and changing. And so where do we find it? But it's familytech.byu.edu. So when you first log in, this is the page you'll be greeted with. And it's divided into 5 areas. The first one is research, then visualize, play, new, and in development section. But we're going to start off with research. And of these, you may have been familiar with some of these, like relative finder. If you haven't done it, it's so much fun. Virtual pedigree, descendancy explorer. Tonight, we're going to talk about tree sweeper. So when you click on tree sweeper, you're presented with a page that has this on. It kind of talks a little bit about it. It says, have you ever found that a particular ancestor was born before their parents? Tree sweeper will help you to find unlikely or erroneous parts of your tree, and will help you to fix them. Go to tree sweeper, and then it brings you up to this screen. All of these applications that they have will have you log in with your Family Search account. To get going, there's some options here on the left you can choose, and then click Start Tree Sweeper. And that looks down through your tree, depending on how many generations you selected. For this one, I did 5. And it brings up errors or possible errors. And the different flags, when you hover over them and you're in the app, it actually shows you what they are. So that can be a great way to fix some stuff in your tree. So the next one we're going to take a look at is visualize. And of the 3 up there, the pedigree pie, one-page genealogy, we thought we'd take a look at the family calendar. Family calendar says your family history is made of there's a little typo there, is made of important events like births, deaths, immigrations, and more. Family calendar makes it easy to create a custom calendar with all of the important events from your family history. Your calendar can then be exported to Google or Apple Calendar. Some of this they're kind of doing now on Family Search, but what this does is it creates an actual calendar of what's going on month by month in your ancestry. So in the left-hand column, you can set different filters to show births, military service, and all this kind of thing. And then when you go into the calendar, it tells you what's happening on which day, and they're color-coded. Like this brown one then is a birth for somebody. So we'll kind of leave that to be a mystery for now. But you can import this into your own calendar. So that way, every day of the week, you could have a party for somebody.
So there are several things on the play section. And we're going to take a look at Jeopardy, Wheel of Family Fortune, Ancestor Games, and Record Quest. So because these are really the fun interactive ones, the others you can explore by yourself. We're just going to have a quick look at each of these. Jeopardy, obviously based on the same format as the game Jeopardy, which I'm sure most of you would have seen. We've actually talked to people who have used this one and the next one, like with extended family through Zoom, or just ways they can interact with people, small or large groups. They're just really fun. So this is a game that tests your knowledge of your family tree. If you think you know your family tree, try out this fun game and prove your knowledge to your friends and family. Enjoy hours of entertainment in family home evenings or at family reunions or just on your own. We've actually played this, just the 2 of us, and we've had...
It's tough.
It's fun.
You really make sure you know your family.
Yeah, but it's very fun. So when you go to Jeopardy, like it says there, it will bring up this screen, which looks just like the Jeopardy board. And you get to choose any of these categories and whether they are sequentially harder from 100 points down to 500 points. You can set how many teams play, or you can just play on one team together. It's just a really fun, interactive way to talk about all these different things. There's dates, there's places, there's people, there's facts, and then there's just a general other kind of area. And so from here, you would go to Family Search and it would log in, and it's going to bring in the specific information on your family to play the game. And it's a really good way to get to know people that you maybe don't know so well, and just to increase your connection with your ancestors. The next one is Wheel of Family Fortune. This is another very fun one. So it has a wheel just like that. And when you play the game, the wheel goes around and it makes all the clicking noises.
Makes that obnoxious noise that the TV does.
But you would go to there to log in. And this one is another one about knowing your family history. It's a classic party game that tests how well you know your ancestors' names. You can play it alone or add other players to create a fun game for the whole family. It looks like this. And even the nice thing with this one, the first game you maybe do need to know information. This one has an element of where you can do it even if you don't know, because you're guessing letters to guess a name.
Yeah, it gives you the hint this person was born in 1866 or whatever the hint might be.
Right, and you can see you can do 1, 2, 3, or 4 players, or you could break into teams to do that. You're going to spin the wheel, then you get to guess a letter, and then from that letter, you know, you get the allocated money for that particular activity. But it's very fun, very easy, because even with younger kids, they can guess letters, even if they don't get to see the name. And then when you found the person who it is, you can then go and look at that person and talk about them a bit. Ancestor Games, but this is one of my more favorite areas because there's several areas within Ancestor Games. So this is just some family center fun, very easy. It uses information from your tree, so it's always going to be logging you into Family Search first to create personalized crossword puzzles, word searches, coloring pages, and other activities. So we're going to have a look at some of those. So the first one you see is a matching game. Again, good for anybody, but obviously really good if you have young children, because it's just going to take it. If you have pictures in your family tree, it's going to use those pictures to create a matching game. The ancestor coloring is going to take pictures you have, and instead of being a color or a black and white photo, it's going to change it into just an outline sketch where people can color in one of their ancestors. Crossword puzzle, for those who like that, it's using everything from your personal family tree to create a personalized crossword puzzle. Same with the word search. If you like word searches, that's a great one. Word scramble is one of those where, you know, all the letters are, like you can see, the letters there are all for word scramble, and they're scrambled around, and you've got to find somebody's name from that word scramble. And the last one, which is family photo shoot, again, takes pictures from your personal family tree and is going to make it into a jigsaw puzzle. But it's nice, you can do it in different levels. You can do a very simple one where there's just, I think, 9 or 12 pieces to the puzzle is the first one. So really good for young children, but up to a lot of pieces. So those who want a little bit more of a challenging puzzle or one for yourself, this is a really great way to just get family members familiar with the pictures and things that you have in your tree of your ancestors. And every one of those is going to let you look at that person and then get to know them and look at their personal profile too.
The last one is called Record Quest. This one, a lot of people really like. It's more of an action game. So it says on their website, if you want to learn how to do family history in a fun and interactive way, Record Quest is an engaging adventure game designed to teach kids from family history research skills. Next time your kids want to play a video game, give them something engaging that will also teach them valuable research skills. And it is an action video game. It starts out with you, lets you put your name in, and you become that character. It is an adventure game. You have to walk through, using the controls, different areas, different houses and villages to find clues. So for example, you see there's a letter behind me on the table. When I turn around and walk over to that letter, I can pick it up. It's a clue. Tells me I'm in for a lot of money. So from there, you can click in and go back to the game. And then I actually went to my grandparents' house, and I was going up to explore the attic when we took this screenshot. A lot of fun.
There's lots of interactive things. You're going to go and open things, look on bookshelves, open books or letters.
Open trunks.
Somewhere in the attic, there's a spider.
Oh yeah, if you get bit by the spider, you got to go downstairs and Grandpa treats you.
Yeah.
Grandpa's a little hard of hearing, so just be patient with him.